Hello, my name is Trey Peters, and I am the Vice President of Education for Accent Talkmasters Toastmasters Club in San Antonio. When you hear a speech, what do you think makes it good? How about a better speech? What makes it better? And when you hear an excellent speech, what makes it so? Is it the vocal variety, the volume, the projection that the speaker uses to enhance their message and reach out to the audience? Is it the organization of the speech, the strong opening, the main points throughout the body, and a reinforcing closing? How about literary devices? Don't you love when they use rhetorical devices? Isn't it great when speakers do things like similes? Those are all things that really enhance and make a good speech. But I think there's one thing that can make a good speech a great speech, and that of course is body movement. I think body movement is one of the things that new speakers that are coming up in the ranks of the Toastmasters Awards progress that are a little too timid to try just because they haven't had the experience and don't have the knowledge of what good body movement even means and how it can help their speech. Have you ever stood giving a speech feeling like you're trapped in a box? You feel like everyone's eyes are staring at you and you're frozen in place? One of the benefits of good body gestures is that it helps relieve some of that tension. I encourage you to get out, away from your box, and try to move. Now, of course, a little bit later we're going to talk about how to make strong movements, but the first step is just to move. It'll help relieve some of those butterflies that are in our stomach. The second thing that good body gestures does is it reaches out to the audience. It keeps the audience interested. And I'm going to show you an example of that in just a little bit about how speaking from behind a lectern without any body movement can be very boring and very uninteresting to listen to. And the final benefit that good body gestures does for us is, as communicators, it helps really nail that message home. Since our audience is already interested because we have the body gestures, our message sinks in even better, and the retention of our message, which is the most important part of a speech, is garnered by our listeners. And so I'm going to give you an example of the same speech performed two different ways, and let's see if you can tell the difference. I have a bit of a stand-in lectern here just to illustrate my point. And again, this is the same speech done two different ways. The first way is going to be the wrong way. Hello, my name is Trey Peters, and I am an avid baseball fan. I think if you want to find me on the weekends, the best place to look is either on a baseball diamond, umpiring a ball game, or sitting in front of my television watching a baseball game. I want to teach you something today about how to swing a baseball bat so that maybe in your next game you could hit a home run. Now, the first thing you want to do to swing a bat is to have your legs shoulder width apart. You want to have your bat pointed up into the air with your arms at 45-degree angles. As the ball is being delivered, you take a small step in to get your swing started. You then take a step to get your body movement shifted from the back to the forward. You then throw your hips at the ball and bring the bat through the strike zone and watch it fly. Now here, let's see how it could be improved. Hi there, my name is Trey Peters, and I am an avid baseball fan. I think if you want to find me on the weekend, the best place to look is either on a baseball diamond umpiring a ball game or seeing me sit in front of a television watching a baseball game. I want to teach you something about how to hit a baseball so that maybe in your next game you could hit a home run. Now, the first thing you want to do to swing a good bat is to have your legs shoulder width apart. It helps distribute the weight just a little bit better. You want to point the bat straight up into the air and have your arms at 45-degree angles. As the pitch is being delivered, take a small step in to get your swing started. take a step out to get your weight moving forward, and throw your hips at the ball. Then you bring the bat through the strike zone, crack, and watch it fly. What did you pick up in those two different speeches? Wasn't the second one a whole lot better than the first? You could probably visualize what I was talking about a whole lot better in the second speech than in the first. Now, what are some things that are very important that I incorporated into the second speech that made it so much better? Well, the first thing, of course, was my facial expressions. When I was talking about listening and watching baseball games, my eyes lit up. You could tell I was really interested and very enthusiastic about the topic. My eyebrows lifted up when I was talking about different parts of it, and my movements were a little bit more excited. The second thing I did was I used some good body movements up above my waist. I like to think of the waistline as a no zone. Anything below the waist is hidden from view, especially if you're behind a lectern. So make all your hand gestures up above your waist, even at your chest level. And the third thing that was very important was that I moved with my feet. You could see after I took my jacket off and I got into the stance that I moved my entire body and showed you what it looks like to take a swing. I can tell you, as I was delivering this speech, my nervousness was really down because I was more focused on what I was doing swinging the bat rather than talking into this camera and telling you exactly what I was doing. So I want to encourage all of our speakers, try to incorporate some body gestures. And of course, just like when we're speaking, our message needs to be on a conversational level, be relaxed, be natural. So if there's one thing I can advise you on to incorporate some body gestures is, of course, be natural, be yourself, but be expressive. I think it will help enhance your message and take you from a good speaker to a great speaker. Thank you.